What's up, fam? This is your boy El Jefe, and I'm here to talk to you guys about the Samsung Galaxy Buds. So a couple of days ago, I did my initial impressions video. I'll go ahead and link that in the description if you guys feel like checking that out. But this video, I'm gonna go through some more in-depth stuff, more like a full review, just to kind of let you guys know how I feel about them after about 4 or 5 days worth of use. Now, if this is your first time here, this is the way I do things. Whether somebody gives me the product or I buy it myself, I'm always gonna keep it 100% real with you guys and let you know whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money. So with that said, let's get right into it. So first up, let's talk about the things that I don't like, and then we'll move into the things that I do like about the Samsung Galaxy Buds. So first up is their ambient sound feature. Now, this is touted as a feature where, you could hear, the sounds going on around you while you have the earbuds in. While they do work, at a basic level, I would say, it seems like it's just way too subdued, or maybe the onboard microphones are trying to block out noise that it shouldn't block out. My experience with, ambient sound is based on what you get with the JLab Flex Sport Wireless. With those, you activate the Be Aware audio is what they call it, and you hear everything around you. Literally every little noise that's going on around you, you hear it. It's at a good volume, and you could listen to music and still be able to hear external noise. With the Samsung Galaxy Buds, if you have music on, the ambient noise, you're not going to hear anything, at least as far as my experience goes. If you have the music stopped and muted, we're not listening to anything, then you can hear voices and things like that going on around you. But aside from that, it simply isn't working correctly for me. Secondly, the autoplay pause feature. No, I've seen other reviews where people have the autoplay pause feature working, perfectly fine for them. For me personally, it only seems to be working on the right earbud. So as in, if I take the right earbud out, the music will pause and then I can hit play and it'll continue on the left one. But if I take the left one out, the music just keeps going on the right one and never stops. And I've been doing this for probably around the past 4 days, and never once has it stopped when I pull the left earbud out. So I don't know if that's just a defect on mine. Maybe it's going to be fixed in an upcoming software update for the earbuds, but I figured you guys should know, keeping it real. So there it is. Now, the third thing that I'm kind of not feeling is during mobile gaming, there is a bit of latency. It isn't terrible, but it's definitely there. You can totally notice it. And that's with me playing like Pokemon Go, Marvel Strike Force, or Asphalt 9. Now, I think this has more to do with, the way that mobile games are made, and also the fact that, they can't really predict what button or action you're going to take next. So I don't think this is necessarily a fault of the buds themselves. This is an issue that I've experienced on multiple different Bluetooth earbuds, wireless, and over ear. So I don't think it's a fault of the Galaxy Buds, but I just figured you guys should know. Now, on the topic of latency, let's talk about the video latency. So as far as I can tell, we're talking minimal latency, and I mean absolutely minimal. When you first start a video, you might see a little lag, but then it catches up and you are solid. The rest of the video, no problem. And that's like YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, Prime Video, HBO Go that I tried, and no issues that I've seen so far. And that's using both my Galaxy S8 Plus and using the OnePlus 6. So as far as that connectivity goes, it is rock solid. These are running Bluetooth 5.0, so pairing them up is easy, and there's no connection issues. They stay connected to the device, they stay connected to themselves, so no problems there. And that's one of the other big features that I really like about the Galaxy Buds themselves, is the ease of pairing. When you pop open the case on these, you get a prompt on the Galaxy device telling you, do you want to pair these up to the phone? And on the first time out, obviously you have to go through the acknowledgements and all the permissions, but once you get through that first time, every time after that, pairs in a snap. By the time I open these up and pull them out and put them in my ears, I'm already hearing the chime letting me know that they're paired up to my phone. That's legit. And then you have the comfort. So, comfort on these is really good. Obviously they're light, so I'm not gonna talk about the weight of them, but just the way that they fit, the way that they're shaped, very ergonomic. And as long as you take the time to make sure you get the correct ear tips on, for me, they're the medium ones, the ones that came, already on right out of the box, and adjust those ear fins as well. I actually use the smaller ones. You get the fitment just right, and they're super comfortable. I don't think I felt any real noticeable ear fatigue till probably over 2 to 2.5 hours of listening time. So that's pretty freaking good. And I also had a question in the comment section of my previous first impressions video as to whether or not these were compatible with the Comply foam isolation ear tips. And they are. You can put the, the Comply ear tips on these, and they do work well. They do sound really good. Unfortunately, the case for these earbuds is just too small, and you can't put these back in with those Comply ear tips on. The lid simply won't close. And I didn't want to force it. I didn't want to break mine. So just keep that in mind. If you're one of those people that really are a fan of those Comply ear tips, this really isn't going to work for you as far as this case is concerned, unless you're willing to put them on and take them off every single time. And then on the topic of the case, so here you have it, nice and tiny, easily one of the smallest cases for true wireless earbuds that I've tried, owned, or held in my hands. Really pocketable, very smooth, but also, it's very shallow. Obviously, it just, fits these and that's it. And on the back, you've got a USB Type-C port, so welcome to 2019. And not only that, it's also wireless charge compatible, which is gonna come in really handy if you're upgrading to the Galaxy S10 or the S10 Plus, where you've got the power share feature. You can go ahead and, flip the phone over, drop these on top, and it will recharge your earbuds. We'll do it slowly, but it will do it. But that also means that these are compatible with your, regular standard desktop charging pads. So just like the one on my desk, I went ahead and popped these on there and it immediately began charging. That's pretty sweet. I like the fact that they have wireless charging built into these. And yeah, I think that's an awesome feature. And speaking of battery life, in my experience and in my testing, I managed to squeeze 7 hours and 12 minutes out of these earbuds. Add that to an additional 6 or 7 hours worth of battery life in here, you got about 14-ish hours worth of playback time. So that's pretty legit. 7 hours is more than enough to get you through your commutes to and from work, unless you're working more than 4 to 5 hours away from your home. And then the next up, you've got the call quality on these. So as far as my testing goes on a bunch of different true wireless earbuds, these have some of the better microphones that I've tried. Not the best, but better than most. But let me go ahead and play you guys a sample. You let me know what you think.
Hello?
Hey, so I just wanted to do a quick microphone test, so that's why I'm calling you right now. I'm calling you from the bedroom. How do I sound?
Clear, very clear.
Perfect. Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello?
Hey, I'm just giving you a quick call from outside so we can do a microphone test from outside on these earbuds. How do I sound?
A little bit distant this time.
A little bit distant this time?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Now, is it perfect? No. Is it the best that I've ever heard? No. But it does get the job done. I think outside it might be trying to isolate your voice too much, and that might be why it sounds a little bit blurry or like a little bit far away. But indoors, they actually do sound pretty excellent. But in noisy environments, I think it could suffer. And then the app. So the app is super simple to use. It gives you a ton of different options. You get EQ settings, you get the ambient sound settings if you want to use that. You have the Find My Buds. You also get battery life for individually on each bud. There's quick access to an instruction manual on how to use these, and there's also the ability to like either reset the earbuds or do software updates. So you get some options there. And then they also give you the ability to change the tap and hold feature, so you can adjust what that is. You can make it so it's like, volume up or volume down on the other one, quick access to the ambient sound, or, access to your, assistant of choice. For me, it's not Bixby. I have it set up automatically or as a default to Google Assistant. So when I do the tap and hold, it takes me straight to the Google Assistant. Confirmed, works like a charm. But I think it's cool that you have those 3 different options. Hopefully in the future, they'll give us different abilities for that tap and hold where we can, set it up for different commands. That'll be kind of cool. Right now, it's only 3 options, but hopefully in the future, it might, maybe they'll expand it. Who knows? Now, that brings me to the real meat and potatoes of this review, the things that everybody wants to know about, sound quality. So let's start with the first things first, volume. Now this is directly for one of the comments, or one of the people left me a question on my last video, was let's talk about the volume. So the volume on these is actually really good. It's good enough to where at 100%, it's piercing, almost too high, almost too loud, which is great because that means that you have some overhead. I don't have to listen to these at, 90-95% volume. So that's pretty good. I mean, I can, but after a while it gets tiring. You start getting a headache. It's just too loud. So for me, comfortable listening on these is right around 70-75%, sometimes 80 depending on the music, but the sound quality is there and you have that overhead. So like if I'm listening to an audiobook where maybe the dialogue gets a little low, I can turn it up. So I have a little bit of overhead that's great. That's all I'm looking for. I don't want them to be too low in volume where I can max them out and it's not loud enough. That's not going to be an issue here. The volume on these is really good. It's right where it needs to be, and I'm actually really satisfied with that. And then the music quality. For me, it's excellent. It's one of the best that I've heard, especially for earbuds that are in this price range. Are these going to compete with earbuds that are in the $200 to $300 range? Probably not. But for this price range and for all the features that are included, these are really, really good. So sound quality wise is, like I said, is excellent. I think they're tuned really, really well. So these are not a bass heavy earbud. So they do have bass, it's tight, it's got a nice punch when you listen to like hip hop or trap and stuff like that. It's got a nice punch, but where these really shine is gonna be in your mid-range and in your treble. So, you know, when you've got music that's like rock or classical or especially Latin music, you know, it really, really comes together. Any of that kind of music like R&B and things like that, that really have that solid mid-range that can really shine, these really come to life. I don't know what the right way to say it is. They have a pretty good soundstage for a truly wireless earbud. That's what kind of surprised me, is that, you know, I think you don't feel like, I don't know what's the right way to say, you don't feel closed in by them. There's a lot of earbuds. I have a lot of different earbuds where just the sound feels like it's really on top of you. When I was listening to classical music especially, it felt almost airy, like I had space. So I don't know, that's the best way that I can describe it to you. On the packaging, it says sound by AKG. So I don't know if they tuned it or what exactly they did to make the tweaks on these, but sound quality for your boy El Jefe, it's A1, it is solid. I am really, really feeling the sound quality on these. So do I recommend you guys go out and pick up the Samsung Galaxy Buds? Well, this is gonna be a yes or no answer. So yes, if you are a Galaxy phone user, whether it's the S series or the Note series, huge yes. You definitely want to try these out, especially if you're like on the fence, you're not sure if you want to get them, you should definitely get them. The ease of pairing, the sound quality, the Galaxy wearable app, and even if you're not on a Galaxy device, even if you're using like a OnePlus or an LG or whatever it might be, if it's an Android device, so long as you get that Galaxy wearable app, you're gonna be good to go, and I think you're really gonna enjoy these. That battery life, the comfort, yes. Major win for Samsung as far as the earbuds go. Now, why did I say this is also a no answer? If you're an iPhone or an iOS user, these still sound good, but here's the catch. The Galaxy wearable app that gives you all the advanced features and the EQ and all that stuff is simply not available on the Apple App Store. So without it, you don't get that custom EQ tuning, you don't get, you know, the Find My Buds and like all the different features that come along with it. You don't have access to that. And without that EQ, they sort of don't sound as good. There's a bit of tuning that even just goes when you have them on a Galaxy, you could put them in the middle setting, which is the default setting, which is dynamic, and they really pop, they really shine. But without that, they just sound like a regular set of, you know, true wireless earbuds. They'll still get the job done, you still have good volume and stuff, but I don't know, they just don't shine the way that they do on a Galaxy device when being listened to on like my iPhone XS. Much like how I wouldn't use AirPods on a Galaxy device, I don't think you should be using the Galaxy Buds on an iOS device. I don't know, that's just me. Feel free to disagree in the comment section if that's how you feel. But that's my word. If you're an Android or Galaxy user, yeah, you definitely want to try these out. These are a major win for Samsung. All the features, man. Wireless charging, 7-hour playback time, that sound quality, and that killer app. Dude, seriously, do yourselves a favor, check these out. And if you're pre-ordering the Samsung Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus, then you're getting them for free. So another major win. So with that said, let me know what you guys think of my review down in the comment section. If you guys have any questions, you know, about the Galaxy Buds, using them on, you know, a OnePlus or using them on the Galaxy S8 Plus or even using them on an iPhone XS, leave them down there and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys didn't like this video, go ahead and hit that dislike button. I know there's a few of you out there and I don't want you feeling left out. And if you haven't done so already, consider joining the fam. Hit that subscribe button along with that small notification bell. This way you never miss any of my weekly videos. So with all that said, I appreciate you guys bearing with me. I know this is a bit of a longer video, but I really wanted to try to be as thorough as possible with this review. And also, a lot of my longtime people are probably wondering, El Jefe, where are the shades at? I dimmed the lights down as much as possible to make it so that I could make this video without the shades on, since they seem to be bugging some of the newbies around here. That's why I'm not wearing them. So I hope I brought you guys some good value today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope everybody has a great week, and I will see you guys in the next